Judge Jagger, for joining us, and I'd also like to thank all the past presidents that have been able to join us in this new time of inducting a new president.
On to the installation of president. But before I get to the oath of president for Sean McQuaid, a few words about Sean. I have known Sean for the better part of 20 years, starting from our time together when we practiced at the law firm of Battaglia Ross, which is now known as Battaglia Ross, Dicus, and McQuaid. Sean was hired by the law firm right out of law school like me from Stetson, and before that he graduated from Princeton University, where he was captain of the baseball team, playing, of course, in the prestigious Ivy League. When I left the firm to take the bench about 15 years ago, Sean was still a relatively young lawyer, but clearly a rising star. Over the years, I have continued to enjoy not only our friendship, but also watching from a distance his many successes along the way. Sean was quickly fast-tracked for firm partnership, has since built a great trial practice, and has recently taken over as the law firm president. So Sean, congratulations on that as well. And overall, for good reason, Sean enjoys an outstanding reputation in the legal community for his skill and professionalism. Sean is also now a dedicated family man with his wife Tracy and their 2 young children. And I also commend Sean at this point for still finding a balance and time to give back to the community through involvement in various local charities, as well as his time investment to better the legal profession in such things as his bar activities, as well as being a former member of the Sixth Circuit J&C. So with that, it is now my pleasure to install the 96th president of the St. Petersburg Bar Association, Sean K. McQuaid. And I don't see Sean in my screen right now, but Sean, you now join a list that's approximately 100 years old that includes many of the most accomplished and respected lawyers and community leaders in our bar's history, most of which the surviving members are with us today, thank goodness. I'll make special note of 2 great lawyers that are actually from your firm, past presidents Aubrey Dicus and Anthony Battaglia. So from that standpoint, Sean, you have big shoes to fill. And I was actually around for Mr. Battaglia's induction about 30 years ago. I recall I was a brand new lawyer with the firm, and it was a big formal event at the Hilton, as I recall. It was black tie and full band and nice meal and big meal, and obviously in much different times and circumstances that we're here today on. But I want to stress, Sean, that it's no less important, and I'd say in some ways even more historic. Sean, you've been honored by your peers to serve as president of the St. Petersburg Bar Association. This honor demands both responsibility and dedication to lead the association in its goal to improve the administration of justice so as to better serve the public interest. Particularly as we navigate through these uncertain times, your leadership will be valued and called upon more than ever. Sean, would you please raise your right hand? And I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and again, we haven't had time to rehearse, but you will presumably answer in the affirmative. And if not, then we may have to move to the next person, but I'll assume otherwise. So here we go. Sean, will you commit and dedicate yourself to the ideals and purpose of the St. Petersburg Bar Association?
I will.
Do you solemnly swear to support, protect, and defend the Constitution and government of the United States of America and the state of Florida?
I will.
Will you administer the office of president in accordance with the charter and bylaws of the St. Petersburg Bar Association?
I will.
Sean McQuaid, I hereby install you as president of the St. Petersburg Bar Association and, of course, wish you all the best during your term of office. Congratulations, Sean.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. thank you all for being here. It really is flattering. Honestly, it's not about me. It's about the organization. It's about everyone that volunteers their time and their efforts to make the organization better for everyone. So, while I'm flattered that you all are here and there is somewhat of honors directed at me, it's not about me. It's about all of us and the time that we all have given to the organization. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the past presidents laying the foundation to get us all where we're at. So thank all of you for being here. Judge Jagger, thank you for conducting the ceremonies. And I appreciate the words you said. Obviously we've had a friendship now for 20 years. And, I remember the days back when I started. You and I always had a rapport and a friendship. And, I always looked up to you. And I'm really proud not only of the lawyer that you were, but now the judge that you are on the bench. And you really have made us all proud, me personally and everyone at the firm. What I really see the bar, the direction of the bar over the course of the next year, I'm not sure if we're going to get into the themes like we have in the past, but I know one of our priorities, at least in the short term, is going to be to assist the membership in adapting to what is really the new normal. Yeah, I know we said that after the recession in 2009 and 2010, but this COVID pandemic has really shifted our use of technology. It's changed how we're operating in the legal profession. And so one of the focuses of my presidency is to help the membership get engaged from a technological standpoint. And I think we're going to be doing various CLEs, various new techniques to just use the technology and hope that our membership adapts and accepts it rather than fighting it. So that's going to be one of my priorities over the course of this, at least in the next few months. We'll see what happens in 2021. Things may shift. We may get back into being able to have some group settings. Maybe it's outside and maybe a little more of a relaxed atmosphere. But for now, we're going to be doing a lot of educational platforms. I also want to continue to work on our referral network within the bar. I'd like to keep the cases in the family. And so to the extent that not all of us know what others practice, how they are, I'd like to really pick up the ball and run with that. And one of the initiatives is this new feature that Melissa is running, featuring 40 of our members. And we're probably going to keep doing that just to educate our members on what exactly we all do and hopefully increase some referrals. And then lastly, over the course of this next year, I want to continue to have some fun. We're all volunteers on this board. None of us are getting paid, as far as the lawyers. And so I get that. I get that our time is valuable, and I get that we're giving up our time in order to give back to the Bar Association. So I want to make sure that our meetings and our events are still fun. We don't lose sight of the goal of making sure that we're financially responsible and we're providing a service to our members, but also have some fun so that we're looking forward to coming to the meetings and participating. So that, again, that's one of my priorities for us as a board. So that all being said, I am flattered to be elected and to become the next president of the Bar Association. Again, it's ultimately not about me. It's about everyone here and about our membership and the community. And I just want to thank you all for being there. Lastly, before I forget, to my right is my lovely wife. Tracy, thank you for always being there and allowing me to go to these different events. Cheers to everybody. I don't know who all has a drink.
Cheers.
Thank you all for being here. Judge Shames, it's great to see you again.
Thank you. Good to be here. Melissa, thank you. Great idea.
Thank you, Bethany.
Thank you, everybody. It really means a lot.
Congrats, Sean.
Thank you.
Congrats, Sean.
Congratulations, Sean.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in.
Social distance. Cheers.